From a distance, this police officer looks to be carrying on with his normal duties. But after a second glance, you realize something entirely different is going on here. Is not just manning the thoroughfare, but lining his pockets. From PSVs to commercial trucks, if it had wheels, it was not spared by these unscrupulous officers. But the seemingly terrific day for these traffic cops would soon be rudely interrupted by Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission officials led by South Nyanza Regional Head Arunga Emmanuel. The arrest took place at the Kiogoro traffic checkpoint after anti-corruption detectives laid a trap following a tip-off from the public. Matatu operators complained about their vehicles being impounded by the officers on flimsy grounds, forcing them to pay heavy bribes for their release. More than 24,840 shillings was found on the officers.
Hata wana ito naangalia. Hii ni siku yake imefika, si unaona?
Naingia mpaka wapi? Ushaomba chukulie tripod.
Wewe utachus. Sina sawa. Yes, sir.
Leo katika Embu West Sub-County kuna one of our officers ambaye ameshikwa na shirika la kupambana na ufisadi from Nyeri, kwa sababu kuna mwananchi ambaye pikipiki yake ilishikwa mnamo tarehe 5 mwezi huu. So aliona kutendewa haki na akahusisha other government agencies. Kufuatia nayo walikuja one of us, askari mmoja wetu ambaye alikuwa anahusika na hiyo kesi ya pikipiki, aliweza kukamatwa na officers from Anti-Corruption Commission. Amepelekwa katika one of the stations in Embu County. Officers ni kutoa onyo kwao officers ile wafanye ile kazi ambayo wameajiriwa kufanya, watosheke na mshahara yao na wahudumie mwananchi kwa kawaida. Mwananchi yote ako na haki ya kuhudumiwa bila chochote, kwa sababu polisi wanatoa huduma kwa mwananchi wa Kenya free of charge.
The Kajiado Namanga Highway we are introduced to the police officers under surveillance of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission officials. Reason: accused of soliciting and receiving bribes. First instance, we see a male officer have a brief chat with the owner of the lorry, after which he extends his hand as if to receive something. The receipt is confirmed when the officer is seen pocketing his loot. The officer crosses over to the other side of the road as he hails down yet another lorry. When it departs, this time he counts the money and takes out another bunch from his pocket. All this he does in the full glare of his female colleague. At the same time, another police officer is introduced to the scene. Note how the matatu driver drops the cash as he drives off, and the police officer skillfully picks it up, careful not to raise any suspicion of receiving a bribe. First male officer is seen here stopping this water bowser, and shortly after it drives off, leaving the officer counting how much they had to part with. The female officer is also caught on camera receiving what appears to be cash from the occupants of this vehicle. A brief chat ensues and off they go with a smile on their faces, maybe a show of how easy it can be to circumvent the legal system. After watching an hour of this routine, this seems very normal for the police manning the highway and motorists plying this route. The EACC officials move in to arrest the officers. The officers try to flee using their getaway Toyota vehicle, but end up ramming a tree. The 1-hour operation yields some 40,000 shillings, which would imply the officers collect an average of 40,000 shillings per day on this section of the road. The 3 officers will be arraigned in court next week. Gladys Gashanja, NTV.